You know, when trailers are showing the entire movie, I should really just take the hint that the trailer is trying to tell me and tell me that don't waste your time. This movie is not worth it. We only have this to show you, and the rest of this is just going to be this. I wish I would take those hints, but here we are, and apparently this is my ticket to paradise. So let's get on with the review. Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and look, this is my review for A Ticket to Paradise, starring George Clooney, Julia Roberts, Caitlin Dever, Billy Lord, and was directed by Ole Parker. And it follows Caitlin Dever and her two rambunctious divorced parents, Julia Roberts and George Clooney. And Caitlin Dever is finally graduating from college. She is taking this vacation just to cool off, and she finds the love of her life, apparently, and she decides to get married and make a rambunctious decision to, leave her lawyer life behind and, chase this guy. And her parents are trying to, fly there and save her from making this dumb decision, or the decision that reflects something that they did in the past and ended up, they ended up hating each other for it. So they're trying to stop her from doing the same thing, and that's majority of this movie. Look, it's really not that complicated. You've seen this movie before 1,000 times over, and I really just don't understand why release something like this if you're not even going to try to do anything different or make it feel fresh or do anything remotely close to just making it entertaining. Like now, granted, Julia Roberts and George Clooney are great. They're the only reason to see this movie. They're the only reason anybody's going to see the movie in the first place. And like I said, the trailer is telling you that 1,000 times over and over and over. They're telling you George Clooney and Julia Roberts are the only thing we have to offer you in this movie. Everything else is absolute crap. Now, granted, Caitlin Dever is not crap. She is very talented. She is just stuck in a role where she can't really do much because she's the girl who's trying to get married and do the crazy decision thing. So she's stuck playing a role the entire movie, and she has to just deliver whatever dialogue that role is suited for her. Now, like I said, George Clooney and Julia Roberts, they're entertaining for about 45 minutes of the movie, and then after that we have to follow the rest of the cliched plot. Like you can guess where this movie is going a mile away. For me personally, I wasn't necessarily sure if she was serious about marrying this guy, because first of all, the way they do it in the movie, they're only together for 2 scenes, and then automatically she's just head over heels for the guy. There's not even chemistry really between the two. He just gets her. First of all, the way they meet is absolutely stupid. These two girls, for some odd reason, were snorkeling off a boat, and then they come up and the boat's gone. They're just stranded in the middle of the ocean. This boat is nowhere. There's no way in hell they wouldn't have noticed a boat in the middle of the ocean not go anywhere. How do you get stuck out there? Whatever. So then he saves her, rescues her, see, love at first sight, blah, blah, blah. And look, I'm a sucker for cheesy romantic comedies, but there was no effort to make this romantic at all. They just needed to put these two in a certain situation so we could get Julia Roberts and George Clooney here so they could have all the romantic tension in the movie. And honestly, like I said, everything lies with them. They're the most entertaining part of the film. Everything else sucks. Look, even the side characters. Now, there is a side character in particular, this lady on the plane. She was great. I don't know the actress's name, but she was great. She was funny. They needed more of her because the rest of this movie just fell completely flat in making any funny jokes at all. It was funny kind of throughout the film. Some side characters had at least one line that made me laugh. The rest of it is just trying to get through this very predictable plot. As far as the side characters go, first of all, her fiance was a horrible actor. Anytime he was delivering any lines of, dramaticness or trying to, plead his case of why he wants to marry her daughter, it felt like I was watching a scene in Young and the Restless. That kid just can't act. I'm not sure where they found him. Like I said, I think the ticket to paradise here is whatever check that they gave Julia Roberts and George Clooney to be in this damn movie, and then they cut half of that, or they cut 25% of that, gave it to Caitlin Dever, and whatever the rest of this budget was, you could have made this movie anywhere. Look, overall, guys, I'm not expecting Pretty in Pink here, or you shouldn't expect Pretty in Pink or Up in the Air, that George Clooney movie. But at the same time, I'm not trying to bash on this movie at all. I'm a sucker for cheesy romantic comedies. This one just didn't have the romantic or enough comedy for me to be thoroughly entertained by it. Now, Julia Roberts' smile, that kept me entertained every time it happened, which it did a lot. She is such a presence. That smile of hers, oh my goodness. But anyway, the entire point of this movie is for George Clooney and Julia Roberts' chemistry to just fly off screen, which it definitely does. You enjoy watching these two together, but you completely see where this movie is going, and it just doesn't really have anything refreshing for you other than these two characters. And if they're enough for you, this movie will be enough for you. But after a while, for me, it just wasn't enough. Julia was enough the entire time. I got tired of George after about 45 minutes. Julia, I'll never get tired of you, girl. You keep smiling. Keep smiling. But anyway, guys, for all those reasons and so much more, I'm going to give Ticket to Paradise a 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, guys, so Ticket to Paradise, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Look, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Look, this is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon.